Picture this. You're hiking in Algonquin Park with some old friends. The trail should take around 4 hours, but it's been 5 and you're still moving along. The sun, once high in the sky, is edging nearer and nearer to the horizon. Your water bottles are empty, and what little food you brought is almost gone. Is that the same tree you passed earlier? Legs aching, you just want to get back to the car, maybe head to a bar and have a drink. Yeah, something cold sounds good right about now, doesn't it? Pausing for a moment to take a breath, you notice a tree in the distance swaying. No, moving to the right. Does anyone else see that? The sound of radio static fills the air, and your mother calls out to you. That can't be right. Your mom's at home. She hates hiking. The trees ahead start to shake. Your pulse races. It's him. Sirenhead. A fan-favorite cryptid, Sirenhead has taken the creepy parts of the internet by storm over the past little while. Plenty of theories circulate, and even his creator is precious with some of the more specific details. This lanky, alarming mimic will be the focus of today's question. Hello and welcome back to the most mind-bending channel on YouTube, Life's Biggest Questions. I'm your disembodied voice in the void, Keegan Hughes, and today we're asking the question all sorts of online scare seekers have been wondering for a while. What if Sirenhead was real? Before we get to the meat and potatoes here, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want more curious content. Let's get started. If you're unfamiliar with the lore surrounding our megaphone-mouthed monster, do not worry. I will catch you up on everything you need to know. This shambling giant was created by Trevor Henderson, masterful maker of all things morbid. It is part of his elaborate mythos where he draws terrifying creatures and then incorporates them into digital photos to evoke an extremely creepy feeling. He even has some very short, very spooky stories to accompany a fair deal of them. If you like what you see here, make sure to give him a follow on Twitter to see more of his incredible creations. Henderson has made a few posts elaborating on the details comprising Sirenhead's lore, so this is what we know for sure. It is around 40 feet tall, or about the size of a telephone pole. It has dried and mummified skin, looks like rusty metal, and arms as long as its body. The speakers on its head are always playing odd music, snippets of conversation, and it will play shouted words and numbers when it is agitated. People have seen it with multiple different head arrangements, which is unsettling. Nobody's sure if that means that there are subspecies of Sirenhead, or if the lone progenitor has the ability to rearrange its loudspeakers. It is most definitely a predator, and it uses deception to confuse and disorient its prey. Sirenhead will play clips of the voices of its victims' loved ones to lure them in. However, it has yet to be revealed if or how it gains nourishment from hunting. Thanks to its ability to blend in with trees, Sirenhead can remain totally still for long periods of time while hunting, waiting for an unlucky individual to draw near. It is mostly seen in rural towns and heavily wooded areas, as these seem to be the places Sirenhead has adapted to thrive in. Are we all on the same page now? Fantastic! Because if Sirenhead were real, there would be a lot of very interesting developments on our dear sweet planet Earth. So earlier it was said that Sirenhead is a fan favorite, right? Well, upon being discovered as a very real and tangible creature, people would start to worship it. That's not to say that immediately people left and right would convert to Sirenism, but I think its already robust fanbase would definitely look to it as some sort of celebrity or minor deity. More t-shirts would be made, Sirenhead videos would go viral. Heck, people would probably start organizing expeditions to try and come in contact with one. Forget the fact that it is extremely dangerous and will kill you. It's time to go visit our friend Sirenhead. Now, beyond the scope of regular fandom, it is entirely possible that Sirenhead cults pop into existence. Similar to the deity-worshipping communities in movies like The Ritual or Rosemary's Baby, people would gather to bask in the glory that is a 40-foot broadcasting beast. Rituals and traditions would be developed, and I'm sure human sacrifice would eventually be introduced to the lifestyle of the worshippers. Whether or not these communities would be sustainable, I guess we would just have to wait and see. Our lanky friend here doesn't have a long list of people he's spared, but humans are resilient. As time went on, people would begin to find patterns and meaning in the different music, voices, and sounds produced. Omens and predictions would be made based on what sort of noises Sirenhead generated, kinda like reading tea leaves, among other types of divination. Again, these predictions wouldn't be reliably accurate, but people see what they want to see, right? It's likely that people would try to find out the sources of all Sirenhead's sounds. This is a recipe for disaster. There are some questions that we're better off without answer to. I'll just leave it at that. Now, these Sirenhead worshippers would not be in the majority. Most rational humans would want to stay the hell away from this thing. Cool as it is creepy, dangerous, and unexplainable. Definitely not everyone's first choice for life mascot. So life outside of the forest communes would likely not change too much. Leisure activities like hiking, camping, and hunting would be more closely regulated, and quite honestly would probably lose a lot of popularity. Nobody would want to risk a night in the woods with a flimsy tent to protect them. Additionally, there would need to be some changes made in rural communities. A system for detecting and tracking Sirenheads would have to be put into place in order to keep innocent people living near forests safe. Whether that means increased ranger patrols or some sort of electronic tracking, it would have to be made effective quite quickly to prevent massive loss of life. In fact, we may see a sort of rural exodus, with huge amounts of people abandoning their pastoral lives in favor of cities free of supernatural risk. Boy, wouldn't that be creepy? Abandoned homes and cottages littering the countryside as Sirenhead and his worshippers roam the wastes. Driving along country roads late at night would take on a whole new kind of terror. Keep your radio on low, just in case you hear a different channel playing somewhere outside the car. Pedal to the metal. What bothers me most about Sirenhead is the aggressive mimicry it exhibits. How did it come to look the way it does? Did it notice that humans took no notice of its presence thanks to its appearance? When did it figure out how to mimic the voices of loved ones? See, these abilities imply that it developed with the express purpose of hunting humans. While I'm sure it could hunt other animals by staying still and mimicking cries, it seems specifically adept at killing people. Once all the non-worshippers leave the hunting grounds, eventually Sirenhead will run out of people to kill. It's probably not too far a stretch to assume it would then go looking in more urban areas for prey. At first it would stick out like a sore thumb, but soon it would adapt to the urban environment. It could pretend to be a lamppost, a metal telephone pole, or other types of urban infrastructure. Good Samaritans answering a call for help would be greeted by swift death. The sirens of emergency vehicles so commonly heard on city streets would be replaced by the siren call of the tall, slim hunter. If there's only one Sirenhead, this wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But if the multiple subspecies theory is true, we would be in big trouble. Now, this is just one theory, and it could play out totally differently. Sirenhead could be a misunderstood monster with some kindness in it, Iron Giant style. I'd pay big bucks to see a Sirenhead play basketball or DJ a wicked bush party. But hey, there's no way to know what would happen until it actually does. Until then, be careful while out in the woods, okay? Call your mom before you start the hike, yeah? Before I wrap up this fascinating question, let's take a look at some of your comments from our last video. Daniel Ives says, "Bruh, imagine this literal god just chilling on Twitter. #might enslave you all, #felt cute, might delete the world later." Imagine the memes he would post. Good lord. It's a plane says, he's a manipulative mastermind of human pain and misery. Oh, so he's a bratty child with spineless parents? I'd be careful if I were you. His father is Azathoth, after all. The Schmeister says, the argument itself is inherently wrong. The great old ones and the elder gods are neither dead or alive. They are far beyond that concept. Sheesh, I bet you're fun at parties. Salty Lawaya says, why if spaghetti didn't meet meatballs? Pff, ha 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 ha. The gaming legend MLBB says, my mom doesn't let me touch my phone anyways cause I am grounded. Aw man, I'm sorry to hear that. Stay strong out there. And with that, we have exhausted the possibilities for this video. Or have we? Let me know what you think Sirenhead would do if he showed up in a forest near your house down in the comments. Until next time, thanks for watching.